Hello and welcome to our latest video. Today, we are exploring a profound topic that combines philosophy and personal growth. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others? Have you ever wished you had the strength to stand up for your emotional well-being? If so, you have come to the right place. Our video, Say No to These 8 Types of People, is designed to guide you on a transformative journey towards inner peace and emotional resilience. We will look at Stoicism's philosophy and how we might apply its principles to improve our lives. We'll also reveal the 8 types of people you should consider saying no to in order to protect your emotional well-being. So, sit back, relax, and let's start on this enlightening journey together. Stay tuned. Have you ever been in a relationship that felt more draining than fulfilling? You are not alone. Many of us find ourselves in emotionally draining situations, often at the hands of people who, knowingly or unknowingly, break away from our sense of peace and well-being. This is where the concept of emotional well-being comes into play. It's about prioritizing our mental health and ensuring that our interactions and relationships contribute positively to our lives. But how do we achieve this? The answer is simpler than you might think, and it's inside the powerful philosophy of Stoicism. It's about using the power of one simple yet profound word. No. Saying no to people or situations that take away our joy, peace of mind, and sense of self. The key to protecting our emotional well-being often lies in a simple yet powerful word: no. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers a powerful perspective on emotional well-being. This school of belief, which originated on the bustling sidewalks of Athens, has been helping people in their search for inner peace for centuries. Stoicism, at its core, promotes emotional resilience. It encourages us to focus not on the events themselves, which are often beyond our control, but on our responses to these events. In Stoic's view, it's the interpretation of an event, rather than the event itself, that generates our emotional reactions. This means that we hold the power to influence our emotional state significantly. Life will invariably throw challenges our way, but how will we respond to these challenges? That's entirely up to us. Stoicism also guides us in setting boundaries. It teaches us the importance of saying no to people who hinder our peace. So, in essence, Stoicism empowers us to take control of our emotional well-being, often by saying no to certain types of people. Let's start with the first 4 types of people to whom you may need to say no. Our journey begins with the energy vampires. These people seem to suck the positivity and energy out of you, leaving you feeling exhausted and drained. They have the ability to turn a sunny day into a storm. While it is necessary to help people in need, it is also important to identify when someone begins to exhaust your energy supplies without replacement. Next up, we have the persistent complainers. These are the folks who see the glass not just as half empty, but practically broken. They have a complaint for every situation, a problem for every solution. Their negative perspective can cast a shadow over your own outlook, which is why it's so important to keep a safe distance. The third type of person to be cautious of is the manipulator, who uses trickery and deception to influence others, and may use guilt, flattery, or even threats to get what they want. It is not always easy to identify a manipulator, but once you know, it is important that you set your boundaries and refuse to let them control your emotions or behavior. Finally, we have the self-centered individuals. These are the people who believe the world revolves around them. They're quick to talk about their own experiences and achievements, but seldom show interest in others. Their lack of empathy and consideration can leave you feeling undervalued and overlooked. Each of these types of people can pose a threat to our emotional well-being. They can drain our energy, diminish our happiness, and challenge our self-worth. It's important to remember, though, that saying no to these individuals isn't about rejecting them personally. It's about asserting our right to emotional health and self-respect. Recognizing these types of people is the first step in protecting your emotional health. Stay with us as we delve into the next 4 types of people that you should consider saying no to in the following scenes. Now, let's explore the next 4 types of people to whom saying no can be beneficial. Let's start with the constant critics. These are individuals who are quick to point out flaws and rarely offer words of encouragement or praise. Their constant negativity can erode your self-esteem and drain your emotional energy. Remember that criticism isn't always about you. Often, critics project their own insecurities onto others. It's essential to assert your boundaries and say no to these constant critics. Next are the guilt trippers. They manipulate your emotions to get what they want, often making you feel guilty for prioritizing your needs. They might use phrases like, "If you really cared about me, you would." Remember, it's okay to put yourself first. You're not responsible for other people's happiness. Say no to guilt trippers and protect your emotional well-being. Then, we have the drama creators. These individuals thrive on chaos and seem to be surrounded by problems all the time. They can pull you into their whirlwind of drama, leaving you feeling stressed and overwhelmed. It's important to distinguish between supporting a friend in need and getting caught up in unnecessary drama. Say no to drama creators and choose peace instead. Lastly, there are the one-uppers. These people always have a story to top yours, making you feel less than or inadequate. Conversations with them can feel more like a competition than a genuine exchange of ideas. Remember, everyone's journey is unique and not a race. Say no to one-uppers and surround yourself with people who celebrate your achievements and respect your experiences. Saying no to these types of people can significantly improve your emotional well-being. By identifying the negative influences in your life and setting boundaries, you're taking steps towards self-respect and authenticity. Remember, the power to shape your emotional well-being lies in your hands, or more precisely, in your ability to say no. Embrace the philosophy of Stoicism and prioritize your emotional health. After all, you deserve to be surrounded by positivity and respect. So, say no and make room for emotional well-being in your life. But why is saying no so important for our emotional well-being? Let's take a moment to recap the key points we've covered so far. Saying no is more than just a two-letter word. It's a powerful tool that helps us set healthy boundaries. When we say no to things that drain us emotionally, we're saying yes to ourselves, to our well-being, and to our sanity. This is a concept deeply rooted in Stoicism, reminding us to prioritize self-care over pleasing others. Saying no also fosters self-respect. By turning down requests or distancing ourselves from toxic individuals, we're signaling that we value our time, our energy, and essentially, ourselves. This isn't about being selfish or uncaring. It's about understanding that we can't pour from an empty cup. We need to take care of ourselves first before we can extend help to others. Interestingly, saying no can lead to better mental health. It prevents us from feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or taken advantage of. It gives us the space to focus on what truly matters, allowing us to live more authentically and joyfully. Furthermore, saying no can lead to stronger relationships. It might seem counterintuitive, but when we establish boundaries, we create a healthier dynamic with others. We teach them how to treat us and what we're willing to accept. This can result in more respect and understanding from those around us. In a world that often pressures us to say yes to everything, learning to say no can be revolutionary. It's a journey towards self-discovery and emotional resilience, guided by the wisdom of Stoicism. It's about recognizing that you have a choice and that it's okay to choose yourself. Remember, saying no doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means you're taking care of your own emotional well-being. Having understood the importance of saying no and readying ourselves to embrace its power, let's now explore some practical steps to effectively express our no. First, be clear and assertive. There's no need to apologize or provide an elaborate explanation. A simple no is enough. Remember, you're not rejecting the person. You're declining the request. Second, practice no in safe environments. Start with smaller, less significant situations to build your confidence. It could be as simple as declining an extra task at work or saying no to a social gathering you're not interested in. Third, don't rush your response. It's okay to take your time and think before you reply. If you're unsure, you can always say, "Let me think about it and I'll get back to you." This gives you the opportunity to consider the request without feeling pressured. Fourth, understand that people's reactions to your no are not your responsibility. If someone reacts negatively, that's on them, not you. You can't control other people's feelings or reactions, but you can control how you respond. Lastly, be kind to yourself. It's okay if you struggle with saying no initially. It's a skill that takes time to develop. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress no matter how small it may seem. Remember, each no is a step towards prioritizing your own emotional well-being and reclaiming your power. As we continue to strengthen our ability to say no, we grow closer to the principles of Stoicism, finding peace and happiness within ourselves rather than seeking it externally. Embracing the power of no isn't always easy, but it's necessary. It is a brave step, a courageous stand, a declaration of self-worth. It is about recovering your peace of mind, time, and energy. It's about setting boundaries and asserting your right to protect your emotional well-being. Recognizing your value is the first step toward accepting the power of no. You are not obligated to be at the command of others, and you are not required to sacrifice your peace in order to please others. You have the right to choose who you invest your energy in. Next, identify those types of people we discussed earlier. The constant rescuers, the self-centered, the ones who drain your energy and spirit. Recognize their patterns, understand their tactics. Awareness is key. Now, it's time to practice saying no. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, you're not rejecting the person, you're rejecting the behavior. You're setting a boundary. It's okay to say, I can't help you with this right now, or I need to focus on my own needs at the moment. Overcoming the guilt associated with saying no can be challenging, but guilt is a sign that you're putting other people's needs before your own. It's a sign that you're valuing their happiness over yours, and that's not fair to you. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that saying no makes you selfish or unkind. In fact, it's the opposite. By saying no, you're practicing self-care. You're ensuring that you have the energy and capacity to help others when it's healthy and beneficial for you to do so. It's important to remember that saying no doesn't mean you're closing yourself off from relationships. It means you're choosing to engage in relationships that respect your boundaries and honor your well-being. Embracing the power of no is a journey. It's a process that requires patience and practice. But the rewards are incredible. You'll find that you have more energy, more time, and a greater sense of peace. Remember, your emotional well-being is worth protecting. Embrace the power of no and prioritize your own mental health. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Take care.